always working. We need breaks.
Yeah.
It's
like this is the best time in your life to take risks. But I have to like do your job application.
So like you just stop working.
No. If I'm at work, do your job, innit? I'm not saying do your job. Yo, it's the Members Only Podcast back again with another episode. My name is Ruel. On my left we got
Chris.
On my right we got
bro.
Cool. Alright. Starting it off. You might give me a review of your week. Jay, go first.
What's going on? I can't lie, my week's been kind of stressed from work, man. But
don't get stressed out, man.
Listen, man, hey, I had to take some days off, man. Nah, because it was getting to me, man.
Work-life balance, bro. Is it?
But Steven said that's bullshit still.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, you see that? Yeah, we'll get into that. Mm-hmm. That's a contradiction in itself. Because my man had no work-life balance when he was making his millions.
Crazy.
Go on.
But now, yeah, it's a bit stressed, but hey, we move on. We got through it, so we move. But other than that, yeah, it's been decent, you know. Get on with it.
One of them weeks,
man.
You said?
It's been calm. Just got my work done, isn't it?
Yeah, banging out work.
Bang it out.
I hear it, man. I think my week so far has been okay. I'm just trying to make the most of the time I have, really. Be productive, man. But yeah, hot topic. Kendrick. Mustard! What we say?
10 TBF, 10 TBF.
What are we saying for that performance?
I think a lot of people are not seeing it for what it really was. It was
a masterpiece.
Other than that, yeah. Other than a masterpiece, right? It wasn't a performance, it was a message, innit? Because we all know, whenever Kendrick does a song, it's not just a song, there's actually a meaning behind it. So I think a lot of people need to analyze. You know, like when you watch a movie, you got to rewatch it.
You got to rewatch it.
Yeah. It's like you got to really analyze what he's saying, why he chose those songs,
right?
Why we got Uncle Sam. What's all of this going on? Like, I think there's a proper message to it, but I've got to analyse more on it to see.
Do you think it was underwhelming or overwhelming? Do you think he came through?
He came through still.
Satisfying performance. But compared to the previous years, compared to Rihanna and Dr. Dre and them.
I could see why people say he underperformed because of that, because it's not the same sort of energy. But then again, like I said, because it's more of a message than performance.
Yeah, but so, I think he came
through. It's a story.
Yeah,
done his thing still. Came out with some bangers.
I liked it though. Yeah, he ended it on a nice.
Do you think he should have played Not Like Us, or he shouldn't have? There was a lot of controversy behind that.
I don't think it was necessary, but I'm glad he did.
You don't think it was necessary?
It wasn't that because, like, yes, bro, we all know he won. We all know, like, we already know where it's at. But like, that was just. I don't think you can really come back from getting this on live TV in front of the president,
the man said
in front of the whole of America, Canada, England, Ireland. All you said, you listen to his name, looked in the camera and smiled. Yeah. You can't. Both of his exes there with him. Yeah, you can't come back from that.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
But I was even chatting. I was debunking this with Dwayne yesterday, man. I was even saying like Drake can't even say nothing because if you say something now, it's just wet. Like no one's really trying to.
No one's trying to hear it, bro. Like just take it out.
Because he keeps dropping these little like the beef is still alive. I'm doing this and that, but nothing really. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really comes of it. So just like take the L graciously.
Maybe it's time to retire, bro.
We're looking forward to that Valentine.
Maybe it's time to retire. Nah, can you really come back from that?
What? He's good, man. He's still doing shows and that.
Bro,
Drake is still popular.
Drake is still Drake, but he just got dissed on the Super.
Nah, but.
And he's doing his thing.
Yeah, I don't know where he's in Australia right now.
He's like on tour in Australia.
But people don't care about Kendrick, bro. That's strong.
Like he's actually he's still performing, still making money.
He's calm.
Nah, I hear it though. He's still got like good songs and that like that, and people still gonna bump him. But I don't think anyone's gonna look at him the same way.
Nah, I don't think he's that deep still.
You don't think?
Nah. He's good, bro. Drake is good.
Super Bowl.
Drake is good. But
a whole song.
It's not just Super Bowl.
A Grammy award-winning song.
Yeah.
It's not even just that.
It's about what he's saying in it as well. That's what makes it so deep. It's not just
like every time it's played.
Yeah, it's about what this is about. That's what makes it so deep. That's
every time he's playing, Kendrick gets money.
Yeah.
And
Drake gets nothing but sadness.
Yeah,
that's a bit mad still.
Getting called that in front of the whole world is there's not much you can
really do.
He
didn't say paedophile on.
No, everyone knows the song though. Yeah. That's the thing. Like he doesn't need to say it. Everyone knows what the lyrics are. But yeah,
it's actually Pete though.
That's me.
Because he made so much success with that one song, bro. What?
I got 5 Grammys for that.
That's crazy. 5 Grammys is ridiculous.
And how much Grammys does Dre have?
5 and
That's
then... Yeah, you got over Martin Garrix.
Oh no, that's
Drake might
mad.
as well start talking about himself.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's all mad.
That's crazy, bro.
That's all mad stuff. But in comparison to the other ones, I think Kendrick is up there still. Rihanna's one was alright, but
So,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not trying to downplay her. It's not my vibe, innit?
Yeah. But Dr. Dre one was good.
Yeah, that one was good.
That one was good.
Eminem was good.
Yeah, he was there. But yeah, you bought Baby. Yeah, 50 there. You bought Baby.
You brought everyone out.
Yeah, so it wasn't really just him.
But sometimes you have to, innit? Like,
Mm.
deep it. Eminem is like
Eminem. Go on.
It's like Kendrick. Like, there's loads of messages in the song. Not
Yeah.
everyone's gonna sit at the Super Bowl to hear messages.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but he's also another generation around like Kendrick as well. So like,
True.
it's Eminem. Like,
Generational running.
generational, bro.
What is generational?
Deep.
Household
Weezy.
name. Household name. That's generational. Michael Jackson, Prince, people like that. Elvis. That's generational.
Elvis is.
You know-
Elvis is generational.
I know.
bro.
You just haven't heard that name in a while.
Prince.
Prince, Elvis.
Now, when you look back, I think how their career is different, yeah, is when you look back at Kendrick's career, he's been good throughout every stage of his career. I feel like Drake has been, he's been here, then he's been there, then you know what I mean?
he's gone through phases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but his kind of depends on how people feel about him.
Yeah,
Kendrick is just good regardless, innit?
it's true.
You know what I'm saying? Actually good.
Plus, he disappeared for like 5 years.
Yeah, he just goes.
The jobs are
Like,
fine.
what? Man just goes to the forest and just writes some songs and comes back.
The forest is crazy, you know?
goes to recruit with nature.
He goes to the forest just to solitude.
Oh wait, did you man see the Super Bowl trailers?
No, I didn't see all of them.
There's a new Jurassic World,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
but I'm thinking
Nah.
Another Jurassic
You know what I mean?
No. It's not
It's a
another
lot.
Jurassic World.
when does it
right?
get too
No.
much?
It's no. It's
How many movies
Yeah,
has
that's
there
it,
been?
bro.
No,
Because
but
the last
it's
one
not
was-
Jurassic World.
The last
that's
one
the
was
thing.
Dominion. I don't even remember how that ended. This one is Rebirth, so it's like they
You
go.
know, this is different. That's what I'm saying.
It's like the Caribbean.
So a
It's-
reboot.
Yeah, it's a reboot of Jurassic Park, not
Are
Jurassic
we
World.
not done?
I swear.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
but
called
I'm telling
Jurassic
you what,
Park.
no, it's a reboot of it. It's called Jurassic. I think Jurassic something Rebirth.
Are we not done?
Nah, we're not done.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, it's got. Let me watch Scarlett Johansson in the
Nah,
Jurassic
'cause
movie.
I've seen
okay?
You do that, yeah.
Nah,
I don't
listen,
want to see
have you not-
dinosaurs
Have you not seen
again.
the teaser for the dinosaur, the main dinosaur they have?
I've
It's
not
some
seen it
like
at
mutant
all.
thing, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be
But
good.
see that's a made up dinosaur, bro.
All of it's man, it's dinosaurs.
Nah, that's made up.
That's it.
Like, they've made
Dinosaurs
up.
are
You see
real.
how they
Yeah,
go-
but was the Indominus Rex not made up?
That's a T-Rex. I can
No,
hear
but
that.
it's a made up dinosaur. It's
Well,
not.
no, I can hear that.
It's
What?
just-
But this one, they're coming out.
Raptor.
This coming out the same. They've evolved.
No, they said it was a failed mutation of one they tried to make.
That's
getting too far.
but when they start making them, because in the what's the last one called?
The Dominion.
Nah, like the Jurassic World. It was called Jurassic World, right?
Yeah.
That series, they were making the dinosaurs in it.
Yeah. No,
From
but
there-
even from Jurassic Park, they've been making dinosaurs.
Oh, so they brought them back. I
It's
can't
a-
remember how.
I don't know how linked it is.
Because I thought Jurassic Park was a failed theme park,
Yeah.
and then there's actual dinosaurs there, but then they lose control. So
Yeah.
did they recreate dinosaurs?
They recreate
They
dinosaurs.
recreate
in
dinosaurs.
Jurassic Park.
They
Oh,
recreate
really?
dinosaurs. No, dinosaurs
But
not
then they
there.
just got to the point where like it's too much. Then
Yeah, I can't lie, it's too much.
that's when all the movies come out.
Yeah.
So they can't control the dinosaurs anymore. But they made them in the first place.
So isn't that the same story over and over
That's
again?
what I'm saying. We're watching the same thing.
You man's complain about that, but when another Batman comes out, you want to go watch
I
it.
do it, I do it.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm
It's
gonna
called
trust you.
Jurassic
innit?
World.
What Rebirth?
Yeah, it's called Jurassic World.
But it's a reboot.
But I'm saying, is it based off of what's happened in that park? Because I thought they just go to that
I
park
don't
again.
think it's linked to it.
Is it not?
I don't know, but I don't think it is.
Okay, but my question is, have we not had enough?
Chris, I'm not trying to hear it, man.
But no, it's not, man.
I'm not trying
They
to
should
hear
make new Let's get a cyborg movie. Let's get.
Nah,
That's
nah.
not happening, bro. That's not happening.
What are you saying for
That's
the
not happening.
new Superman movie?
I don't know.
I feel like it's doing too much.
Yeah,
It was-
it's too crowded.
Like,
Crowded
just trying to
and
throw in bare characters. Can't lie.
Yeah.
It's only got
Like 20.
nah.
Yeah.
It's got, like,
There's
it's
bare
got the main
characters.
Superman people in it. It's got Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's calm. But like, I want to see Mr. Terrific. That's gonna be cool.
It's got My Man, yeah.
But there's bare characters.
Who that?
You know who Mr. Terrific is? Wow. And you want a cyborg movie? Okay, come on.
That's terrific in there.
Oh yeah, that guy.
This guy doesn't know.
These guys don't know what he is.
Yeah, you caught me still,
But
but
I could yourself, Christian.
Nah, it's mad. But I think it's gonna be. It can either make or break DC, to be honest, man. Because they haven't really had a good run.
Good movie. Well,
No, they've had
Batman.
good movies.
Are you about to say Batman vs Superman?
No, beef.
Yeah, easy.
Hey, it sounded like he was about to say that.
The last Batman movie is obviously the saving grace right now. But other than
But
that,
we said the TV shows were good, like Penguin and all of that.
Yeah, the t-shirts are great.
yeah, that's good, but that's
Good
new.
movie.
That's off Batman as well.
Yeah.
If Batman never came out, there'll be no Penguin. You know what I'm saying?
Underrated opinion, though. I'm saying Ben Affleck is an amazing Batman. I'm just saying.
No.
Nah, he is, bro. He's the
Christian
scariest
Bale.
Batman.
Christian
Yeah,
Bale.
I'm not saying he's the best. I'm just saying he's a
You
great
said he's
Batman.
Hey.
Yeah,
You know
I
who
said
the
that.
best Batman is? You're looking right at him.
This guy.
As I was saying, so, he's an underrated Batman. Because my man is the scariest Batman I've ever seen in my life. Imagine a 300-pound man coming at you in the dark and you can't even see him. What is going on?
But he was confused as a Batman because he used to kill people.
That's what made him so good.
Yeah.
What Batman you see?
But it's
killing
like there's
people?
no explanation.
Man had no remorse.
Yeah, but there's no explanation for it. Like it's just a Batman.
I loved it.
He never had a movie in it.
If he had a movie, I think he would have been great. He was a poorly written character.
Yeah, because they had him in Batman vs Superman, then Justice League.
Bro did not want to be in that movie.
Yeah, or in
In the Justice League one, not the Snyder Cut, the one
The
before.
original.
Yeah,
I can't remember
He
the
didn't know.
original.
He looked so.
No one really talks about the original.
The-
Did
the-
you say
the-
Snyder Cut?
Yeah, I think he was like out of shape. He just looked so bad in that movie. Then the Snyder Cut, he was proper performing.
yeah.
It's mad.
Is the Snyder Cut just a remake of the movie, or is it
Snyder
just,
Cut was the original.
It's
the original, but just like with all the extra stuff? And
Yeah, everything
add-
got cut
added-
out.
Okay,
That's why it's like 4 hours long.
Mm.
That was
Yeah,
a movie though.
I couldn't sit through the 4 hours. I'll be honest.
It took me 2 days. I had
To watch it?
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
half of it. Fell asleep and watched the other half because
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is too long, man.
That was a good. You understood where he was trying to go with all the characters,
Yeah,
innit?
you can see they really just cut out all the actual best parts of the movie,
Mm.
and I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, but would you sit through a 4-hour movie in the cinema?
I sit through Avatar. and
That's basically 3 hours.
Yeah,
Avatar's
Yeah,
fun.
but did you feel it there?
Nah, not
but I
really.
didn't really feel it in the Snyder Cut. Only reason, if the first one didn't come out before, I would have sat through it because I already kind of knew what was going on. It made it feel long.
So at what point are movies too long to watch?
I think 3 hours is enough, man.
I would say when, as much as I love all of Christopher Nolan's films, when there's too much talking. A lot of his films start off really slow with the talking, and then it gets into the thing. I love all of the films. Interstellar is great. The first hour of Interstellar feels long. Tenet, I love Tenet.
Interstellar is a beautiful movie. I don't
But
I don't
it's
even
one of
care.
my favorite
What was your
movies.
experience when you I was hating on it for
No, you know what it is? When I first tried to watch it, I turned it.
Yeah,
turned it off.
Seriously.
My boy kept saying, Interstellar. I was like, bro, is that some space movie, some fake Star Wars?
Yeah.
What's that?
Fake
No.
Star Wars.
I couldn't.
But then we sat down one day.
Because you know it is, as soon as
I
you press
watched it.
play, you just want to turn it off. I can't
Yeah.
lie.
You have to
Damn,
get like
that's
30, 40 minutes into it to really.
Nah, I wouldn't say 30, 40, but like, you have to actually get into
Yeah,
it. Like,
but I almost shed a tear to that
I was
movie.
in it the first minute, bro. What do you mean?
Nah.
Did you watch the
It
same
was
movie?
too slow at the start.
Nah,
Slow,
it wasn't
slow.
about
Like, you have to
It's
catch
slow.
me within seconds,
Yeah,
guys.
you
Like,
can't appreciate it properly until you fully watch it.
You can't appreciate it unless you watch the movie on full volume and hear the soundtrack.
Yeah,
I did. I wish I did.
So that's when you appreciate. When you hear that docking scene, beautiful, bro. It's beautiful.
Yeah, nah, I can't. Like, it's a great movie, but damn, it was slow to get into.
It is slow. I can't because I even went to watch it recently in the cinema when they brought it back in the cinema.
Oh, wow.
And the first part, as much as I knew what was happening, the first part I was like, yeah, it's a bit slow. But then because it's mad loud, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is beautiful. I loved it. But yeah, Christopher Nolan has a thing of making his movies have a lot of talking, which is fine. But then that's when it starts to feel long. What you're saying about like it gets a bit too long, you want to turn it off. So I understand what you're saying, but he always delivers. That's the thing.
True.
It's can you get through the first hour, and you're good. If not, then you might miss out on the best movie ever. But who knows?
That's true, man.
That's movie ever stretch. But
Whoa!
yeah. A movie that's up there.
Interstellar's
I can't lie, it's top five,
Interstellar's top five.
It's top
movies.
five.
Top five.
Has to be.
Definitely.
I would say even top 3 to be honest, man.
Nah, stretching.
What?
Well, I don't
what's your
even
top
know
What's your
what
top
mine
three?
is. I always say that. I actually
Yeah,
don't know.
you're chatting, bro.
You just want to disagree for disagree.
Seriously.
I really don't know what mine is though. I'll put Shutter Island in there somewhere. I like
That's a
7.
good one.
Have you seen 7? That crime thriller.
I haven't finished it. I need to watch it.
Oh, I like me. Oh, I like Scarface. That's my movie. That's my number one.
That's a good movie.
They told me
Yeah,
that.
I hear that.
I wanna
Scarface
watch it. It's
number
actually a really good movie.
Proper movie, man.
I hear that.
If you ever lost motivation to do anything,
Is that what you used to
That's my
bring yourself
that's
back?
my redo, like my restart button. Just watch Scarface. I'll be good.
Nah, I hear that, man.
Should really watch it every week. But going on to that, yeah. Got a question for you, man. Still.
Go on.
Your relationship with the past and your relationship with the future.
What, like nostalgia?
No. So, say for example, it could be nostalgia, but like, say something's happened in the past or something hasn't worked, and you can get stuck in the past, and that holds you back from your future. So, what's your relationship with the past? Like, when things don't work out, I feel like it hits me in it because it's like I've actually put effort into something that hasn't worked, and that just annoys me. So, like, it's easy to get bogged down on that, but really, that just informs your future, innit? So it's just a learning experience. If you see every failure as a learning experience, you'll be satisfied with life because you're not really losing ever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
But
I'll let Chris go first because I like to go on a tangent, so I'll let Chris go first.
Cool. My relationship with the past. I can't lie. I feel like you guys know how I treat my past. I just we laugh about it, then we throw it in the
That's a good attitude, though.
Because deep if I think of the past, how you guys know I've been through so much. we can't talk about my past.
When you deep it, like, it actually doesn't matter anymore, innit?
Nah.
But it's so hard to think that, though. To get
But you know it is. In the current moment, I just know it was affecting like.
Yeah.
But give it
Time.
2 days. For me, 2 days, isn't it? Good. But that first 48 hours.
Yeah, bro.
We're calling you guys a FaceTime.
FaceTime Converse.
Nah, yeah.
Nah, for real. But then, how do you plan for the future? Like, what's your attitude towards the future? I'm always excited about the future because
I'm excited, but then sometimes like, because life could be too unpredictable. Sometimes I'm like, I actually need to take a step back and be like, where do I want this to go? And is it actually? Am I taking steps to go there?
That's deep. I don't. That's actually quite good.
Because
take a step back.
For me personally, every day I'm throwing a new opportunity, and just because I'm throwing an opportunity doesn't mean I catch it. It doesn't mean I can follow through with it.
Right.
Because it feels like a million people shooting ideas at me. I do not have a million slots to catch a million ideas.
Yeah, you gotta be selective.
And sometimes I'm missing the good ones. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I miss the good slots. It's peak. But yeah.
I think obviously we're all human, so we all done on our past, and that's just life, innit? But there are times I would say I do go on a bit too much, and I would be like, oh, this happened to my past and that, like, because obviously your past defines who you are in a way, and because your past has made you. It's like what you've been through is what you learn from all of that stuff. But I would say like sometimes I have stuff in my past, I look back and like, yeah, I was not in a good state like that, and then that kind of like puts me in a bad state now. But then I've start to think of kind of like what you were saying, where I want to go in the future. How am I working towards that? Rather than comparing myself to the past of 5 years ago, I compare myself to the past of last week, of last month, like just shorter periods. Because I know I've been good recently. But before I was in like more, everything was a bit more, I don't know what was going on. I was in some bad states and all that sort of stuff. And now it's just like, oh, this was like a bad time. And then it really puts you in like a depressive sort of mood because you're like, oh, that wasn't working out. And because that wasn't working out and I'm missing on this, now nothing's working out, oh, life's going all bad. But realistically, life's not going bad. You're just in a bad mindset right now because you're just thinking about what used to go bad. But I like to think of more, yeah, it was bad. But I survived. I'm still here. I got through it. I'm here I'm at now. I'm better than I was there. So if I could do it then, I could do it. If I could do it then, I could do it now. I could do it again and again and again. And life is life. As I always say to Chris, such is life.
Life is such.
Exactly. So like, life comes as it is. I live by a motto as, literally my motto is such is life, as in, if I cannot control what's going on, if I have no input of what's happening, like it just happens, I'm not going to stress over it because I'll end up dwelling on it and it's start to define me, and it doesn't need to. That if I can't control it,
just let go.
Let it happen. Yeah. Just let it happen, because realistically, now you just stress yourself over no reason. You got bigger things to worry about in life. You got your future to think about. I want to think about the future. I want to set my stuff now so my future is good, rather than thinking of the past and now my future be bad because I was dwelling on the past. I'm missing all the opportunities that could have made my future good. But that's just how I like to think about it.
That's serious, though.
What about you, G? What about you?
I had something to go off there, but I'm taking it in. Give me a minute.
Get a little too deep there.
Such as
I
life.
can't
man.
lie, I did have to take that in.
Yeah, for real. That was heavy still. I think for myself.
You okay, bro? Just.
I'm good,
I
bro,
can't
I'm
lie. We
good.
need to stop doing that sometimes. Like
What?
laughing about situations.
About these stuff and
Nah,
that.
like,
Yeah,
I
think
hear it though, but sometimes you kind of need to laugh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. You don't
yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
You're crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. But no, I think based on what you said about times, it's just a tough time. I think for me, I'm a big over exaggerator in my head, innit?
Yeah.
So, for example, if like I get excited about things easily, innit? So if I got a new idea, I always think about where that idea could take me in the future, but I can't jump steps. So for me, I have to remind myself to just do them now, and then if you're consistent now, it will inform your future, innit?
Yeah.
So eventually get to where you need to get to. But being bogged down in situations, I think sometimes I just got to take a switch. I just like, when I get like that, I just don't do anything for the rest of the day. Like work-wise, innit?
Yeah.
If you're at work, fair enough, but I have to like do your job application.
So like you just stop working.
No. If I'm at work, do your job, innit? I'm not saying do your job. Do your job. But I'm saying like, I've got things to do outside of work. So if I know if I need a day for just myself, I'll just chill, innit?
Sometimes you just need just a break, innit?
Yeah, and then when I do that, the next day I'm good, like completely fine.
I
But
feel
when
like
I don't
need to
give myself
distract
that time,
at work though.
Say that again?
I feel like I need to distract myself at work.
is it?
Everyone's
Yeah.
different how they do it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Back when I was doing my engineering in college, and like I think I was doing some sort of like paper thing. Like I had to do some writing for it, and I'm bad at writing stuff. I'm good at making stuff. I'm bad at writing, and this was stressing me out. I remember I literally just like I got to the point where I just stopped, pared it down. I went to the gym for like 2-3 hours, came back, and I was good.
And you're good in it?
I was good in it.
That's
I
what I'm
literally
saying.
like put it down, walked out of the house, walked to the gym, had a good session, came back. I was like, cool. I've had my little reset. Even how I was saying earlier about works being stressed, so I just took 2 days off. Let me just get a reset. Once I get my reset, I'm good. I can go back. Yeah. It's
Give
just
yourself a break, man.
You need to give yourself a break every once in a while. Don't overwork yourself because it's gonna be bad with your mental. It's gonna be bad for your physical health. It's just bad. We are made to be social creatures, not always working. We need breaks. As much as work to your goals, but be realistic. Listen to your body, basically.
But at the same time, I feel like I wish I could get in a mind state where I'm so focused. I mean, I am in it, but I'm so focused on achieving a goal that I'm not involved in anything else in my life. And part of me just wishes I could just do that. Like just disappear for like a year.
Tunnel vision.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll just pop out and I've done what I needed to do.
I hear.
But that's
Why
not what
can't you do that?
I mean, couldn't it?
You could.
But then I wouldn't. I mean, it's not like I see a go out like that anyway. But I
I
really
feel like
wouldn't
you
do
miss out on a lot, innit?
Not even miss out. I don't have fear of missing out at all, you know.
Do you know?
Yeah, I think from school time, that feeling left me. Can't lie. I'm just content. If I'm not there, I wasn't supposed to be there. Innit?
I feel like I never had that missing out feeling for when I took a gap year and didn't go.
Yeah, the gap year.
Yeah, that
The gap
really
year
made
does
me
that to
think.
you.
It does.
Cause oh my day, let me just talk about that real quick. Because it's like, you know,
Nah,
your
so
gap,
you say your
your gap year time was.
Mine was.
Wasn't
Yeah.
you choose at the same time?
It
Nah.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Kind of.
I took a gap year, and then I think. Did you go uni before I went back to college? I think.
Yeah.
But it was roughly around the same time though.
I think a year apart, maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe
something
not,
like that.
No,
How long did you work at Asda for?
7 months.
I swear.
they gave me a paper saying, "Yeah, we know what you do."
I hear that.
Nah, but
No, it was not at the same time because obviously uni starts in September. We would have started thingy in September.
it was around the
I
same
think you
time, but it was
started-
also a bit.
How long was college? 2
2
years.
years.
And you
So yeah,
you
it was the
finished
same
when?
time. You were just there for an extra year.
When did you finish?
2023.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's the same time still.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. But yeah, the gap year, that showed me, that's the lesson that taught me, you just got to stay in your lane, Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Because I'm saying, he's gone to uni. Gerald, she's here chilling with me as I'm at Tesco.
Yeah.
Right? But then I feel like everybody's gone to uni, and I feel like, raw. And I know, like, I should be there. Because I'm like, it's not like I flopped A-level. I was just been choosing what uni I wanted to go
you've
to.
been
innit?
hella picky.
So picky.
I remember that.
I fully said I don't want to go to NTU, you know, like I'm not doing that, yeah. Don't roll with you, man.
I didn't go there, by the way. I didn't go.
I wasn't trying to be there, but everybody was at uni, and I was just clocking in at 6, finishing at 2, coming home, sleeping for 2 hours, wake up at 4 or 5, do work for 3 hours, like study, and then repeat for like 9 months straight.
Because you were doing
That A-level.
Yeah, you were doing A-level during that time. I
Yeah,
remember.
bro. But that taught me just be patient with yourself and just every day stacks up, innit?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, bro. Because then now I finished uni. Sometimes some of them they still at uni now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad.
It's actually mad from school.
Because I used to say that to myself. I was like, you know what? I'm just playing the long game of life. 'Cause
Yeah.
realistically, you could go back to uni at any
Anytime,
age. You
yeah.
could go back to school at any. You could do whatever you want when you want to do it. Like we actually have free will. It's
Yeah.
true. We actually have free will.
You know, I feel like society kind of boxes us in.
It
But I
does,
think the school
yeah.
thing makes you think that everybody's doing this. You need to do it at the same time, innit? Because school you always progress at the same rate as everyone.
And deep it as well. Once we're in school, once we get to year 13, that's 13 years of our life. Of how old are by year
Going to
13?
the
But
same-
we're like what 17 at year 13?
18 now.
17, 18, depending
17.
on yeah. So what? It's like 90% of your life is being spent in school at that point of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking, okay, next I got to go to school again because that's when you're used to. But you don't have to. You can take a break. You can start to work. You can just do what you want to do because we're young. Like you ain't got much sort of business now. You can go to uni at 40. People do that and they're fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's looked down on by society. Same way how college used to be looked down by society bare. Remember, if you went to college, you're like, oh,
You're a bum.
Yeah, you're a bum. You're not
yeah.
smart, innit?
Yeah.
But now, if you go to college, yeah,
You're
it's cool.
smart.
It's not even just smart. You're probably
You're
gonna
playing life smarter.
yeah, and you're probably doing a more practical thing because that's what it's more for. If you do
Right.
like apprenticeships, they used to be kind of let down as well because like, why are you not going to uni?
Yeah, like, did you not pass?
Did you not get to
Yeah.
uni? Now everyone's like, yeah, apprenticeship would be better.
Apprenticeship is
It's
better.
funny how the cultures just change like that.
It
man.
does, yeah.
It's actually crazy.
Who knows what it's going to be again in the next 10 years? We'll probably go back to how it was, like just cycle over and over
You know
again.
what I'm saying?
Who knows, man?
Soon you'll be useless, bro.
But what did I say? I
feel
sent
like
you
it is
something.
already.
I think I sent Chris something saying you should take risks now because this is like the
You
I
said
sent
do
it to
that.
both of you.
Yeah.
It's like this is the best time in your life to take risks because we've got
Yeah, no
education to fall back on,
responsibilities.
no responsibilities,
Mm.
and like worst case if it fails,
You can start again.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah,
The
haven't lost
reset
that
button
much.
is more accessible now.
Yeah, than
Yeah,
it
it will
is
be later.
in like 10 years.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta take your shot, man. Just do
Obviously,
whatever
I
you
don't mean if you could really quit straight away, but like just take risks.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna quit, have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't just drop everything and just move to Bali or something. I mean, if you can, then do it. But
I can't like that works out with some people, you know.
if,
No,
I say,
no,
if you
you
can,
can
then do it, innit? But like,
Do you
obviously,
buy-
have a
Like, drop
plan.
everything and just move to a random country. I don't know how it works, but it works for
It
some
works.
people.
I hear it.
Well, I feel like them people don't even have plans. You just figure it out, innit?
Yeah.
Literally
funny,
no
bro.
vibes.
A lot of things I hear a lot of people do is like they'll take a year and just go like backpacking, like traveling,
Mm.
just for a whole year.
How
I
do
don't
you
know.
find the
how
money to like?
A lot of people don't do it. They just like they got their van and they just living in
And
their
just go,
van.
innit?
Yeah, they're like living off of like.
Yeah, but how you afford the
Mm.
insurance on the van? Like,
Well, that's like they pay it for the year or something like that,
okay.
and then you just do it for the year. You just take it out. All you gotta do is pay for your gas. You probably find like public showers or something, or you have a shower thing for your van. You
Just
still
living
pay
life
for,
on
like,
the edge, you know?
yeah, you're probably only living off of really
So
300.
you don't know
pounds a
where
month.
your next meals come from.
Well, you buying it or you're cooking it, innit?
You don't know where you stay. Oh, no, you stay
You're
in the
living
van.
in the van, like.
Not for me, still. But I'll definitely do the backpacking thing.
No, I could do the van if I had one of
And
the. If I had a big
yeah,
RV.
thing.
So I'm gonna do
Now, if I had a nice RV, some RVs are luxury, bro.
Nah, it's not RV.
Nah, some are luxury. You haven't seen the RVs I've seen, bro.
I'll
Some are
travel. If you
luxury.
go from like Singapore, I only do the Asia backpacking thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Yes.
could do that.
I could do
You
that.
know, it's-
My brother
I'm
done
like,
that.
I could do that. That
What?
sounds more doable. The age.
Really?
You go from because
No,
you
that's
went
camping, man.
you went
I
like
don't
Singapore. You went Thailand,
It's a
Singapore.
once in a
Bali.
lifetime
I'm
experience.
trying to experience it. For
So
real.
trying to, let me even hold back. I'm gonna say.
That's it. Say it.
You said,
I'm good, bro.
but now I do that stuff.
No, what were you saying?
Nice. You went to. You can go to like Bali, Thailand, Singapore because they're all close to each other, innit?
Yeah.
You can do all of them.
No, don't get me wrong. I want to do the like traveling, visiting sort of stuff. I would like to do that. Maybe like some point in my life, take a year out and just travel or go to a place I want to go to. Maybe like spend like a week in each place or something like that. I would love to do that, but I don't know about the backpacking. I don't know. I feel like at least where I'm at right now, I kind of like where I'm at right now. I have all the accessible things I have to. But maybe in like 10 years, sure.
10 years, you're not gonna do that, bro. That's a young
10
thing.
years?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. When I'm 30, I'm not doing
No,
that.
I could be 10 years.
Nah, I can't lie. I
10
know a
years, you
couple,
take a year off
they
work.
just hit around 30, they start doing that, and
I
they
think
take
most
their
people-
kids with
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
most
I
people
can't
do
lie.
around there, early
Yeah.
30s.
Like 27,
Fair.
28, 29, 30.
Yeah, around those time, I think that's when most people.
'Cause that's when they have like
You got-
expendable income, they have
Yeah,
more time, like they want to try something new.
maybe bring their little dog. Who knows?
Yeah, like they take their.
Take your pet with you. All of that. I hear
Yeah,
that.
I've got a wild card topic, right?
Go on.
card
It's
first.
it's actually about accessibility
Mm.
and the power of saying no, right?
Okay.
Because I feel like as of recently, for some reason, I don't know when it happened. You might have to tell me, but man's become some social butterfly, innit? Like actually, I don't know what that genuinely. I
There it
don't.
is, you have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you have, you
I was
have.
Like,
looking at it,
this
like,
guy used to never come out.
Now I'm seeing it all the time.
I'm outside
You
of
just- like, where did this happen?
Like you're outwitting us.
But I've become some social butterfly, and it's not even the fact that I'm the one that plans most of my outings, innit? With whoever I go with, for my friends and that. But when people just say, they just suggest things, I feel like I've got to start saying no more, man. I feel like I've got to the point where I think you've actually talked about this before, where like there's too many people having an input in what I'm doing, and it's annoying me.
Bro,
Yeah,
It does.
it's actually annoying me, like, because you're not that close enough with me, but I've made you feel comfortable enough so where you feel like you can say that.
now
You know
you
what I'm saying?
build these boundaries.
Yeah, like
And
I've
as soon as you stop
boundaries
trying-
is a big thing, bro. I didn't have
As soon
any.
as you try, it's like you're a bad guy.
Yeah. I don't like that, man.
Like, one annoying one, if I don't call you within 1 month, apparently I hate
You're not
you.
free. You know what I'm saying? But just I'm busy. Just call me. Just call me.
But that always annoys me when people are like, oh, you don't talk to me. Why didn't you talk to me?
You know what I'm
People
saying?
are like, oh, someone said to me the other day, like, oh, you know, you could have messaged me. I was like, yeah, you could have messaged me.
But I
Phones
feel like
are a
only-
two-way
I
communication.
really feel like only Ting do that though.
Yeah.
It's only girls
Nah,
that
nah,
it's only girls that do that.
Nah, but I hear it because it's
no
like...
disrespect. It's only girls that
But
do
too late
that.
for that.
It's only girls that do that, man.
And not only girls, I can't lie.
What? If I see like you, man, if I ain't seen you, man, in a couple months, like say I'm going to uni and come back.
But there was times I didn't talk to you, man, for like
Yeah,
2-3
like-
months.
like,
Like,
I remember, did we say you was speaking to Jay?
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
I go ghost sometimes,
like,
I'm
2
real.
months,
Like,
that's what I'm saying, like, it's calm.
Bro, I was like,
Girls,
oh, he's speaking to Jay. I was like, nah, me.
yeah, but girls, like, I
So
don't
close
know,
to
man.
me.
But they love to know your business. And you know how girls, like, vent.
Yeah.
I feel like I found myself, I thought it was, like, I could do that to you, man, innit?
Yeah.
But I can't do that to girls. I clocked it. Can't do that.
I
mean,
have
certain
to
people-
really be comfortable with you.
Yeah.
Thing is, if they want to know the story, they'll know like 2 or 3 months later.
Yeah, like, after the fact. That's what I
Yeah.
tend to do, but even then.
And then it's like, oh, why are you telling me you're going through it? I was like, bro, like, you're not the first thing on my
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I'm literally
Yeah,
just trying to
man.
get through the situation.
Yeah.
Like, I remember someone was like, oh, I'm always here for you. And it's like,
Don't need you right now.
don't need you right now.
But-
real.
I don't need you right now.
Like, right now, I need the situation dealt with.
Yeah.
Can you deal with the situation?
Yeah.
I think that's actually a very big thing with men globally, though, and I feel like I hear a lot of women complain about, oh, men don't really open up to us like that.
But
But you gotta
yeah,
think,
bro.
the way men operate is just different.
It's
When we got a
different.
problem, we just like deal with it. Go to us and deal with it.
Right.
And then, like you said, months later we'll come and talk about, oh yeah, by the way,
Man's going
I
through
crashed
this.
the other day and I
Yeah.
like lost the leg or something like.
Yeah.
You'll hear it like
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
You won't
The
hear it
amount
in
of
the
times
moment.
I had to explain that story.
Yeah, like
Months later.
I didn't even know this.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't hear it
I
at the
just dealt
moment.
with it.
Yeah, that's just how
I came up
guys
beside
are.
me.
But girls on this talk like
They see it as a very bad thing. It's like, oh, why are you not open up? It's not that we don't open up. It's just let us. I guess we take more time to deal with it, or
No
it's
more
the way
time
we
to
deal
deal
with
with
it
it.
is
It's
different.
just, we need to deal with it.
And we like to deal with it by ourselves.
And once
Yeah,
it's dealt
it's-
with,
Yeah,
then you
then
can
we're good.
discuss.
and
Yeah.
I've now
That's how I
dealt with
agree
myself.
that. I
I
agree with
can
that.
see how they say it could be like a bad thing because I guess it's like bad communication, but on the same way of like, if I'm not dating you, why do I need to tell you that?
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But that,
Yeah.
I think that boundary message, man. I think that's something I really need.
I
to
can't
work
lie, it took
Yeah,
me years to
boundaries.
learn boundaries.
Is it?
My friends were drilling it into me. Even when I learned it, I had to relearn it again because I
Yeah.
just forget it.
No, I really need to, man. Because then our clothes, you're just a hoe to everyone, innit? You're just a hoe to society.
Basically, you're emotional.
Yeah, emotional. Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
no, I hear it.
You're just accessible.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can't. Because for me, like, you can tell me something big, and I'll drop it over here.
Yeah.
So it's nothing like once we finish talking, that has nothing to do with me, innit?
Yeah.
But then I think one time it just got like too.
You kept-
Yeah.
having too many things.
Then I
around you.
started weighing on me. I'm like, why do I know all this stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And this is saying information.
Yeah, it's too much for me, man. I'm a simple person.
Are you though?
I get that a lot though, the unnecessary information. Like a lot of people, apparently I'm very
Easy to
talk.
talk.
You know, you see that?
Apparently I'm very
It's
easy
a
to
lie.
talk to.
It's a lie.
Listen,
I promise you, it's
See
a
that? I
lie.
think that means that you're just.
You are too available for me to now.
But
Not even
just
but
that.
I think it's a character. Like you allow a person to talk more than you talk.
Yeah, I'm
So I
a
do
very
that.
good listener, which that's calm.
But
I'm
then
fine
people
with it.
mistake that for you. Right. I was gonna say when you talk less and you allow them to talk more, they mistake that for now they can just vent.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Bro, I've had people say to me, they're like, "Oh, Tony, you're the only person." Why did you tell me?
Yeah, like
I remember there was a time. Yeah, I will not say who it is, but there was a time where I was sitting at the bus stop, so I'm just waiting for my bus. I just want to go home, and they opened their whole life up to me. Bro, that's cool. You can vent. I'm like, I'm a good listener. I'll listen, but my response is just like, yeah, that's deep.
you know what I mean?
And they're telling me stuff they said I've never told. And I'm even told my parents this. I'm like, why are you telling me this? We barely talk.
But in that instance, they just want to talk.
And I hear it. If you want to vent, you want to vent.
But just don't do that, Tim. Go to
you got to
There's
be.
people
Yeah,
for that.
right.
You have to set up that
Get a
relationship
notepad
first.
and
Yeah.
pen and start writing this stuff
Yeah,
down.
'cause you can't be venting to everybody. You really need to set up like, is this a space for me to vent to? Not that I'm gonna go spill your secrets, but as in, what I don't like when people vent to me is like, what do you want me to do with this information? Because like, why?
The thing
are
is,
you
why
telling
do you
me?
listen so much then?
That's why I need to stop,
That's
bro.
a question.
For me,
doing that.
it's because I know it doesn't seem like it. I don't talk much. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like I do.
We all do it.
Yeah, I'm a listener, as in I'm very quiet and I'm content with my silence. So people take that as an open, like I said, just to talk all the time. So someone will have like they'll be talking to me, and I'm like, I let them finish. I like to talk when someone's finished talking, and I notice a lot of people they just don't stop. They just roll and roll and
Keep
roll.
going.
I'm just waiting for my opportunity to talk. Also, I'm here to listen to what you're saying, but I'm waiting. It's like I've got something I want to say in my head, but you've gone off the topic, so I just stay silent.
Yeah, that's like you.
I just let you- I just
Yeah,
let
but
you go with it.
that's like me being held hostage in a conversation.
You are.
I'm tired
I
of
do that all the time.
I can't do it anymore.
Like it's like I can't escape now. You've already told me the secret. Like, I gotta sit here and
nah,
listen.
it's too much.
You're a hostage
It's
this
too much.
conversation.
I'm a hostage. Let me free. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like what?
It's like we can event on a day when I consent to you venting to me. Right now, I'm just trying to get home.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my bus.
Deep it. It's non-consensual.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, caught you by surprise.
That was not the time. I'm more worried about the rain. Like, it's not. That was not the time. But then you want to tell me everything that happened. You want to tell me what happened to your grandma in 1962. What's going on?
But I think for me, establishing boundaries, man,
Yeah.
it's important. That's something I work
But
on.
what type of boundaries?
All types, every type. Just really to a point where you don't feel comfortable either saying or doing something just because you think that we're on that level that we can do that, innit? You know what I mean?
So what's a boundary to you?
A boundary?
Yeah, break down boundary.
A boundary to me is... Good question, actually.
Do you know what a boundary is?
Give me an example of one that you have. 'Cause I
One,
know the one I want to make, innit? But I don't know one... I don't know.
one that I have that all my friends now are fully aware of is if it's not useful information that doesn't need to be told right now through phone call, text it. Especially if it's a Monday to Friday, I'm out on set, text it. Because some people's like, they drop everything, call me. Because they used to, in the past, calling me, I'll come from wherever I am.
Yeah,
To
that's
come
how
to
it's
support.
on go. I remember them
Yeah,
times.
I remember, bro. Bro was like a like on-call ambulance,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Go everywhere. See, I can't deal with that. So from then already, my boundary like that's never happened to me in my life, innit?
Yeah, but
I wanna allow
I
that-
allowed that.
Yeah, my boundary's like, if I'm doing something, you're gonna know that I'm doing it. I'm not like you can't input what I'm doing right now, innit?
Yeah.
Just leave me alone type thing. But I feel like that just comes off of me. People disrespect my space. But yeah.
And another one that people know now is like, if I'm editing, that one, if I'm editing and you call me and it's nothing important, so to be reading it, I'm going to end the call in the most meanest manner because I'll tell you. The thing is, when you call me, I'm editing, I'll be like, hey, you okay? I'm working. So that's sign one that I'm actually doing something, but I'm going to give you time of day. You start, oh, Chris.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Once they say that, oh, Chris is, you're done.
Too much. And that's another boundary. What you're saying has happened to you is making me realise my boundaries, innit? You can't call me and tell me to do things, innit? Yeah.
Like, when you do something, don't tell me to do something.
Yeah, you can't. Not even that, but like, just do things for you.
Yeah, like,
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just come with a list of demands and that.
Am I your dad?
You know what I'm saying?
I feel thinking like that's generally a good question we asked about the boundaries, and I don't know what I think for me personally probably be like I need to stop letting people think just because I can do something means I will do something. I've had so many times people ask me like, "Oh, make this for me." Excuse you? What do you mean make this for me? If I can make it for you, yeah, I can do that. But first, if you want me to make something for you, I'm gonna need you to give me a napkin blueprint with everything on their detail. Don't just say make this
and money,
yeah, and I'm gonna need money all of that. Like
every on the money.
my time, like I work a 9 to 5. I've got my free time is my 5 to 9, and half of that is sleeping. Like so, like you can't just. I hate when people say, "Oh, but you can do that," and then they get annoyed at you when you can't do it. Even like one thing at church, yeah, this annoys me so much. Bro. I got to set up the PA system, which is cool. I'll be real. I don't know how to use that thing. I know how to set up because I know what goes where. I know the basics of it. Something will go wrong here with like a cable, and everyone looks. Why are you looking at me? I'm not even on the system right now.
I can't lie.
Why are you looking at me?
I relate to you that church media thing.
It's so
something
annoying.
goes, something turns off, something makes a noise.
Yeah.
No, just me in it, but they look at the whole team, and it's like,
what's going on,
We're
guys?
not like, bro, this is not my job. I was just.
it's not that it's not our
waiting
job.
for
It's like things happen to equipment. Like you can't fault the person.
People don't get that, and I feel like that's people do it in a lot of things. Like imagine you go to you take your car to a mechanic, and like your engine blew up, and you look at them like, why did it blow up? I don't know why it blew up. It blew up. Like,
people wouldn't do that to a mechanic.
No, but some people would. That's the thing.
I feel like they've lost it.
Exactly, but some people would do that though. They'll like you could go to anything and be like, go to the bank, and like, oh yeah, why did this money get stolen? Because you gave this person your bank account. Like, why are you getting mad at me for it? It's just because I can do it doesn't mean I will do it. Doesn't mean you need to ask me, yo, are you able to do this at any point in time? And then people will be like, oh, I need you to do this for me by November. Who said I was going to do it anyway? Why are you now, like you said, why are you telling me what to do?
Yeah.
I need to set that boundary. I don't have as much as you guys, luckily. But I think another one I would have as well is unnecessary information. I have a theory, that people, like, some people in this world have a word count they got to meet for the day.
Yeah, I hear that.
They do.
Because they just be talking. And
wasting words, bro.
It's so annoying because, like, the people say, oh, I need to go change this. All the information you need to know is that I need to change this. But they'll give me the whole life story of this thing. I didn't need, once I heard the part I need to know, I've tuned out because I don't need to hear the rest of it. And I've started to do, it's low-key a bit rude, but you're meant to get across. Once they say the important part, I'm like, yeah, cool. I just cut them off. Yeah, cool. And until they start to learn that, yeah, say what you need to say.
And get out of it.
Get out, because now you're wasting my time, you're wasting your time. And they'll go to a whole tangent, go to another story, like, just say what you need to say and get out.
I hear that. A recent one that happened to me recently is like, the friend of mine asked me, because I knew they were going to ask me a favour, innit? They asked me, oh, do I know anyone that can help do this?
Yeah.
I told them who can do this. It's like, okay, cool. Can you speak to them? I was like, not right now, but if you need it done ASAP, I gave them the link, the details, and I said, okay, cool. Then they started talking about they need to go to the hair shop and stuff. It's like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. Hair shop closes at 6:30. Get up, go. They're still on the phone to me. We're in 2 different cities. I can't go to the hair shop. It's just like, after a while, it's like, I can't lie, I'm busy right now.
Yeah, that's it.
Call back later.
Yeah, bro.
I hear that, bro.
And when they call back later, I'm not picking up.
Yeah. I hear that.
You're done for the day.
Yeah, time out.
Sometimes you need to do that, bro. I feel some just think my mom does it, bro. It gets me. But I feel like every child goes through this. Because for some reason we're the generation that is the tech generation, which never gets to me because technically they were alive when it was done, so they should technically know more about it than us, rather than us growing up. But like, oh, you know how to use a phone. So how do I do this and that? Big man, I don't know. My mom will ask me something about Facebook. I've never used Facebook in my life. Why do you expect me to be a professional on Facebook? She'd be like, she'd be like, oh, this Christian is, I don't know if he knows this. So why would I know if he knows this? I can ask him, but why would I know? Like, and she'll get mad at me for not being. Oh, you can send a text, but you can't turn off my VPN of this. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what do you mean? Just because I know how to use a phone doesn't mean I'm a professional on a phone. And then it gets to me when people are like that with certain stuff. It's like, if someone could go to you with like a thing, they're like, why can't you make a whole film for me? You're not specializing. Like, obviously, you could probably do that.
I can.
You could do that, obviously, but like, you say that you're your first week of doing it, yeah? Like, in your first week of ever having a camera, and be like, yeah, I need to make a blockbuster film. You'd be like, man, just because I know how to use a camera doesn't mean I know how to make a film.
Yeah, like, it's not something you can just do overnight.
Exactly, and they expect it like that. And I don't get why people get that. It's like,
I think it's also because we're the microwave generation. Like,
what do you mean by that?
Everything's kind of instant. Like, we have we have streaming. Like, everything's just instant. We just pay, play, it works.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, to be fair.
Like, if we want to go somewhere, pay someone to come pick us up. It works. So we've gotten so used to everything being instant that we forget that some things in our life are not instant. And people forget they're working with people.
Yeah. We're not robots. We're all people.
But because of everything's kind of become more digitalized and robotic.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true, man.
I think one time I had to say to my mom, like, I lucky feel bad for it. But she asked me about like why I can't do this. And I said to her, like, you were a nurse. Why can't you cure cancer? It's the same sort of thing you basically asked me. Just because you do that. Well, no, because like, you got to think as people need to think like you got to relate it to yourself. If you come and ask me to do that, I can come and ask you like, why can't you make a Gucci bag? You made the fourth course. Why can't you make a Gucci bag? Like just because you make a Gucci bag. Like, and you start to get annoyed about it because like just because you could do that doesn't mean you could do this in a sort of way. Like that's not what you specialize in. So people need to think just because you could do one thing doesn't mean you could do everything. Doesn't mean you will do everything. We all have our own lives, and I think people need to put themselves more in other people's shoes, which I don't think anyone really does anymore.
That's deep.
Damn, I even forgot about that. So
that's deep, bro.
Put yourself in other people's shoes.
Yeah, I don't think people do.
The thing is, we get taught that from young.
Yeah.
But like, you never see it. That's the thing. Like, everyone is preached everywhere, but I never see it. I never see people like, oh, I'm gonna put it. They're like, oh, damn to them. Over. I mean, like no one puts themselves in their shoes.
You get caught up in yourself, innit?
Yeah.
Which is obviously natural, but I think every time I do that, bro, it's just an open gate for just more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too much for me, Jake.
And I feel like because you've done it once,
then it's an expectation.
Yeah.
You're setting a bar, and like you haven't set the bar yourself. They've set the bar for you, and you can't escape from that bar.
Yeah.
But you can.
But it's hard to.
Not necessarily. Like I thought about it recently, isn't it? Even though everyone's setting a bar for me, I could actually, if I really want to, I could
just rejig.
Bring that bar down.
That's true. You could.
No, it's true.
I don't need to. What's that sport called? You know the one where they.
Hold on.
Yeah. I don't need to jump that.
Meet that standard.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have my own standards, and
I'm gonna do that because it's really about you.
Yeah,
it's
like
what you're comfortable doing and what you're not comfortable doing.
Especially even in business, like when people message me, like, "Oh, can you do this and that?" They sent me someone else's work. Obviously, honestly, I am quite talented. I can meet people's work. Thank you. But like sometimes I'm like, so if you wanted that work, why don't you just message them for that?
Yeah.
Because you've gone to my page, you see what I can do. But I'm not, obviously, I could do more in it. Because obviously, unless given the opportunity, you can't really show what you could do. We all know that. But like, sometimes it's like, there's an expectation that's already set on my page. If I could do better, that's just because I've delivered that for you at the time. Obviously, I won't deliver worse, but there's an expectation I've already put out to my clients.
No.
You can't expect the word. One annoying... Actually, let me know when... I said one annoying thing is when you book and you say, can you make my waist smaller and stuff? I'm not a magician.
See, what's that to you? That's mad.
They say to most photographers, it's not just me. But like, it's one thing I've never heard in the community of photographers and stuff.
I wanted to ask, touching on what you're saying about with the people saying that, oh, they're asking you when like, why don't you just ask them if you see they can do it? I imagine you've both gone through this because you both have your own businesses, that stuff. In a way of like, do you think that, I think like black people are very damaging to black businesses, and in a way of like, oh yeah, we're boys, give it to me for cheap. Give it to me for
Yeah,
free. Do this for me. Like, you can do this for me now because we're boys, sort of thing. Do you guys like go through that? I feel like it's very damaging because you only really see that in the black community. Just because I know you doesn't mean I have to give it to you for cheap. Doesn't mean I have to do it for you quicker because you're not gonna go to the white man and say the same thing. You're not gonna say the same thing. Like,
You pay that price.
you want the product. You're gonna get the product the same way everyone else gets the product, unless your family or like you were there when I made it, helping me make it. You're not.
But
getting
shouldn't
it.
family even be more supportive?
The family should be supportive as well. Yeah, I'll be real. But like, even still, like only like it depends what it is. If it's like okay, like photography, if it was me doing it, I would probably give my family a discount. I would maybe.
Discount?
Maybe.
Should it? Okay,
No, because it's because
I
it's
feel like there
family.
is that now double standard. Like, should it be free? Should it be discounted?
I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know. Like, because
Okay,
I still got to
my
make money from my
intermediate
business.
family that like lives with me probably like I don't think I'll ask them for anything.
No, that would be free. If it's like parents, like I'll be free. If it's like cousin, I'll be like, I don't really talk to you that much, but you're cool. I'll do it for a little bit cheaper, like that. But if it's like, oh yeah, we went to school together. Yeah, big man, you didn't talk to me at school. We went to school. You're paying full price. In fact, for even asking that, you're paying more than full price. Because who do you think you are? For real.
Yeah.
And I think there's a very big thing in the black community that I've seen, and it's the reason why a lot of black businesses don't thrive as much as they could. Because I feel like people get stuck in the thing of the same boundaries, so you don't think you can say no to that because now you want to almost be as the bad guy. But you're not the bad guy for doing that because business is business.
No, I hear that.
I was
think
even thinking just now. Sorry to cut you off. I was just even thinking about what you just said, and I realized I've actually set that boundary with most people. Like, because I remember when I very first started, people would go to my mum to then try to access me to try and get for cheaper.
Yeah, that's mad.
And I really even remember saying like, even if you go through her, there's no discount. She's even the wrong. She's the worst person to go through.
That's mad.
You should have came through you directly and asked. I would have considered it.
Yeah.
But using family to try and get to me was worse. And I didn't up the price of it. Well, I did. I just didn't want to say that. But yeah, and now like there's actually a boundary there where when people come to me, they don't expect discounts. They've come for the value of service because they've seen what I can provide. Like, I'm not saying when I was doing it cheaper, I was providing less, but then they've seen the worth of the work, and actually put value towards it.
Because then I feel like if you come and do it for cheaper, now you're selling yourself short, and they're gonna expect that all the time. And now when you want to give them the full price, which everyone's being like,
they're like, why are you?
Yeah, why are you doing that? I was like, this is the price. I was only nice on you, but I think a lot of black people have a thing of setting the bar too high, and now it's hard for, obviously some people can do it, but it's hard for some people to meet that same bar that they've set. And now it's like it's like the problem. They set it to like 9 meters. I can't jump 9 meters, but I've set it to that, and I have to try and jump 9 meters. And if I could do that, now I've got to jump to 10 meters. Now I've got to 12 meters. Like, it's too much. So I feel like, I think that's a thing of like business. But like, I don't know, have you experienced that with your like fourth quarter thing?
Yeah, slightly. But I think I was open to it at the time, but I think now I'm saying there's no discount still.
It shouldn't be this.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you opened up to it at the start.
Yeah,
so
but
now
then you clock.
it's hard to now like put a boundary. Now obviously you can, but at first it's like
because now like they're expecting it,
and people were like, oh,
what's going on?
What's going on?
But I'm like, I've been letting them know like it's not for free. If I have to pay for it to get it made, you got to pay for that to cut down.
Now you're not getting your profit.
Yeah, like it doesn't even make sense.
What's the point? Yeah,
it doesn't even make sense.
I'm just doing you a favor. Like, what? You're not gonna go to Jeff Bezos' mum to get Amazon cheaper. Like, that what they did. That's actually mad. Going to your mum to try and get it cheap. That's crazy.
That's such a black thing to do.
Yeah, that's the thing.
People,
you would only see that in the black community.
That's a black thing to do still. Maybe that's
And
something that we got to work
I don't
on.
think just in the black community.
I think mostly.
Nah, but
Even Asian community sometimes.
I feel like them man,
prominent.
they do business together, bro.
Yeah.
Black people can't do business together
And the
for some
thing is,
reason.
if in the Asian community, obviously we don't really know because we're not in that community. But I feel like in the Asian community, if they do that, it's not just going to be I give you this and that's it. It's I give you this and I'm helping
There's give
you.
and take.
Yeah, it's give and take. In the
I want to
community,
just take.
they're
Like, there's no give back.
give me this. Just give me this for free. That's it. Like I'm not going to give you anything back.
You know what I'm saying?
If you give me something back, cool. If it's like a work together, like if you do, let's say you're doing a shoot for time, then now they can promote you big. Then I can understand giving a discount.
Yeah,
I can understand. But they want to be like, yeah, give me this for free, cool, and that's it. Like they just expect it like that. Like
and
I think that's why. Go on. Now you're saying.
But I feel like I need to have that transactional mindset where just in adulthood going forward, there needs to be give and take.
Yeah.
Unless it's a child or it's your mom or your parents or whatever, or your closest friend. If you're doing somebody niceness for one, like they really need it, fair enough and that. But there has to be a transaction, bro. Like in everything.
Has to be.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta give and you gotta give, take, give back, whatever.
The world is actually built of trade.
Of trade.
Literally.
Like, you can't just be taken. Some people are just black holes. Just take. You know what I mean?
Give, just take.
Yeah. You gotta just be big enough to be selfish enough to protect yourself and just say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do, man. What are you gonna say?
I forgot.
What you said? How many?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I genuinely forgot.
What do you think about slightly like a small topic, but like elders saying about like like you grew up and like respect your elders sort of thing, but then so I feel like some take it out of proportion.
They take advantage.
Yeah, and I think there was this one time, I got in trouble for it, but like my mom backed me up with it. I think it was like in church, and like some elder was like being rude to me or something like that. I just gave them back the same energy, and I said to them, I was like, respect's a two-way street, because like, yeah, I should respect you, but why do you expect me to respect you if you're not gonna respect me back? I'm not listen, slavery's over. I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave, yeah. I'm not your colleague. I don't work for you. You're just an auntie, and I barely know you. You can't come bossing me around, expect respect, and expect me to respect you back without respecting me. I don't understand. I feel like a lot of people do that. A lot of, again, I only know the black community, but I feel like that's very big in the black community because they grew up in the day of talk when you're talking to sort of thing. But obviously times have changed. I
speak when spoken to. So.
Yeah, speak when you're spoken to.
My brain was not processing.
Yeah, like I feel like that a lot of them grow up on that, and like they try to instill it. So they're like, "You should do this. You should do this to me. You should do that." But like, why? Why should I do what you're saying? Just because you're older than me? Like what?
If you're a fool, you can be a fool, an old fool, a young fool. A fool is a fool, innit? So once I clock you're a fool, I'm gonna listen to a word you say. You know what I mean?
No, I hear it.
Yeah. I start to realise that.
I generally hear it.
Yeah, once I realise that, then it's right. What you saying?
That's what you.
A fool is a fool, man.
Nah, facts.
I'm gonna say it's because. Do you think it's also because like they never got to ask why?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know about you guys, but maybe just being. I feel it's very big in the Caribbean community. When you're young, no talking back.
Yeah.
If your parents say do something, you don't even dare ask why. Just do it. Just do it. And you're never allowed to ask why. And I feel like if you ask why, they wouldn't know what to say. You ask why, you just get beat.
They can't have a conversation because they themselves don't even know why.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of the conversation thing, I remember my therapist at the time told me this thing. He gave me like a nice analogy of like there's like 3 conversational types of parent, adult, and child. So like when we grow up, it's like parent to child, as in I tell you what to do and you listen because I'm your parent. But then there's also like adult and adult, as in how we're talking. We respect each other. Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're not going to tell me what to do. And if you do, you're going to like, wait, what are you saying? Yeah. And like, but I feel like a lot of black parents have a thing of where they make the mistake of still thinking it's parent and child when you're an adult, and it's not, when it shouldn't be, when at that point it should be adult and adult, as in I talk, you listen. You talk, I listen. We have a conversation. It's not just you trying to say I want to say, because when it's the child thing, the child will always be like, they'll get told off, or they'll say this something wrong, and then they'll start throwing a tantrum about it, and then they'll run away or something like that. When it's the adult, they're like, what are you trying to tell me that I'm doing something wrong? I'm the adult here. But it should always be like an adult thing. And I think even some parents have a thing where they switch it and they become the child, and you're like you're trying to be like the adult. So you're trying to tell them like, oh, I didn't like when you did that. They're like, what do you mean like that? Oh, how do you do this? And they get angry. It's like, I'm just trying to have an adult conversation with you here. And I feel like that's a very big thing in, I would say, not even just black community, but just like older country. I would say the cultures of people who grew up in their home country and moved over to here. Because obviously, moving country means a whole new environment. And now, new rules, everything's different.
I wouldn't even say rules, just like social standards.
Yeah, because everything's different. Back then, don't you dare talk back to your parents. Back in the times when they grew up, don't you dare talk back.
Even when you're an adult, they even talk back.
Yeah, even when you're an adult, don't you dare talk back to grandma. She might be 92, you might be 50. Don't talk back. Like, it's not happening. But now it's more of like, not that you can talk back, more of it should just always be, if you're an adult, see me as an adult and talk to me as an adult. But I feel like a lot of the older generation don't really do that. I feel like they really struggle with that, and they try to keep the parent child. And when you try to talk like an adult, it then becomes adult to child rather than adult to adult. But I feel like it's a.
But no, you think because they grew up in fear.
Yeah.
So the fear's still installed into them, and they're passing on the fear to the next generation. Yeah. But it's not being reciprocated and received.
Because, well, I don't even know why this generation just grew up mad. So, like, compared to that, we just grew up like mad. As in, like, we don't have that same fears.
Yeah. we fear nothing.
Yeah, we don't really fear nothing. Now, but like, back then, your parents would beat you. Now you get beat.
You can call the police.
You call the police. They're getting taken away. They can't really
still
do that.
Crazy, but
they can't do that anymore. And it's
you guys ever call the police on?
Nah. My mom said, I never even threatened her to do it, but she said to me, like, I don't care if you call the police. I'll witness in jail. I used to say that to me. I was like, I never said I was going to call the police on you. What are you talking about?
I used to tell my parents I'm running away. They said, the door's there. They'll come back. So you know the way.
Ran away once. Came back. Because where am I going?
But yeah, always.
I think school Monday.
When you run away,
you got to get dropped off somehow. Like, you got to get there.
And then, like, I've never considered calling the police. I feel like that's a stretch. Like, deep it. Well, if I take them away, who's gonna feed me and stuff? Well, never feed me. Like,
my mum said to me, "You call the police, I'll beat you in front of the police." Like that's what I do. Like, there's no point. Like,
beat me in front of the police. I said the police are not gonna help me. I said you're gonna come to the house to which we get beat up.
Yeah, she wants to call the audience at this point. Like, it's mad.
That's why I film and post it on social media.
That. It's mad.
Sorry, I need to move.
Need to get that out. Nah, that is crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yo, people, if you like the video and you want more, let us know in the comments. Ready, yeah? Hey, that's all we got for you guys today. Be back next week. Peace.